Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is my final oral presentation of my sleep study. Again, my name is Chris Lewis, and here we go. So here's the problem again. You guys have seen this information before. On average, the average adult needs 7 to 9 full hours of sleep to avoid sleep deprivation. I actually get 5 to 6 hours of sleep per night. And this leaves me pretty tired throughout the week. Currently, my work schedule is Sunday through Saturday, and my wake up time on a normal day is 3 a.m. Therefore, my goal and project aim is to discover the best suited time that allows for a full night's rest and commit to this time daily to increase daily performance and productivity. So for the defined phase, pretty much is what was stated on the previous slide, and that's to achieve more rest for daily productivity. And by doing that, pretty much that means going to bed by 7 p.m. I have also included the measure phase, which was 4 weeks of measure phase, and then I would document the data that was collected. And then also with the analyze phase, the data that was collected, I would pretty much analyze that data. And for improve, if there were any deviations in the process, I would at this stage improve the process during this phase. And so as stated before, here are my project goals. I would love to commit to going to bed at that time daily, 7 p.m. Just achieving 8 hours of sleep would just be miraculous. And I would be just a lot more rested. So we'll see. So for the measure phase, for part 1, weeks 1 through 2, I created this schedule, this sleep schedule, and this was just to test out at what time leaves me more rested. And then after that, a questionnaire will be filled out. And then the measure part 2 phase for weeks 3 through 4, additional 2 weeks of sleeping at the acquired sleep time, and that was 8 hours. And also during this time, a questionnaire will be filled out as well. For the measure phase record keeping, here is my sleep questionnaire. I obtained this questionnaire from a university that did a similar sleep study. I just modified it. And so as you see, there's the date, the hours slept, what was this time achieved, yes or no. And then there are also questions that I would ask myself and answer based upon how I felt after sleeping. The measured variables for this phase was the questionnaire results, the time slept, and the consistency. Did I sleep at this time consistently? So for the analyze phase, this portion of the assignment was pretty much to analyze the results from measure, and also to analyze any deviations that occurred. And for any deviations that occurred, I pretty much asked myself these questions. You guys are familiar with the 5 whys method, but it really helped me with creating my Pareto chart and also my root cause analysis. So here's my root cause. This chart here was actually pretty helpful because I was able to brainstorm and actually realize that there were a lot more areas that that pretty much affected my sleep, such as environment and the people around me. Living in the city is very noisy. Even now, there are people outside driving by and, people honking their horns. And then just like, my schoolwork and social activities, just those things as well were interruptions that pretty much allowed for the deviations to occur in weeks 3 through 4. So here are the results of the analyze phase. I pretty much created this chart to show like the trends of the hours slept. So number 1 is Sunday and 7 is Saturday. And so as you see in this other table here, it shows that for weeks 3 and 4, these were the hours that were slept. And it pretty much gave me an idea of which days I wasn't sleeping and sleeping at the time that I was supposed to sleep. And so from there, I was able to create this Pareto chart, the breakdown. That's what I call it. So the top is pretty much the hours slept frequency, and it's Monday through Saturday. So you can see what's going on, and you can see the trend that's going on here with weeks 3 through 4. And these two bottom charts are pretty much like a zoom in, a snapshot. I was able to create these charts based upon which deviation took away from my sleep. So as you can see, that church events and social activities were pretty much like the root all be all. They are the reason why I'm not getting enough sleep. So with that being said, my improve phase was obviously to improve my process. I wanted to identify and estimate risk, and I wanted to make a plan, and that's to modify the time slept from 8 hours to 7 to 6 hours per night. Also, I would like to eliminate the risk and lower the probability of the cause. Therefore, going forward, I did 3 additional weeks attempting to sleep 7 to 6 hours per night. And 7 to 6 hours gave me a little wiggle room just in case like I didn't make, the 7 hours. I still had an extra hour to get in there. So here are the results for weeks 5 through 7. The highlighted in pink are the days that I didn't achieve the 7 to 6 hours. And then also, as you can see on the chart on the right hand side there, it shows the particular day, and then it also shows was the goal achieved and the reason why. And as you can see, it's church meetings, and then Thursday nights I go to the gym. So my data analysis, I created an X-bar chart, and pretty much this X-bar chart was an explanation for weeks 5 through 7, and it shows the trend here. And then also I added the actual the chart that was in my Excel spreadsheet that I was able to calculate my X-bar chart. So planning for the future, there was improvement, I believe, from the analyzed phase in weeks 3 through 4, there were less deviations in weeks 5 through 7. So I believe that sleeping 7 to 6 hours works best with my schedule. But also the process was out of control due to several points going out of the process average. And this was just because of activities that really can't be modified. And that is Tuesdays and Thursdays. My meetings at church can't be modified. And then Thursdays, I could possibly find another kickboxing class that starts earlier in the day so that I can be to bed and make the 7 to 6 hours. And here are my references. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for pretty much all of the support that you guys have given this semester, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for tuning in.